good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. Remember, Keep It P Podcast is a global show, and today we'll be talking about the corrections officer in Oklahoma that was convicted of helping white supremacist inmates beat up black detainees. That's what happened. So basically, what we've been trying to tell y'all is you can't reform a team that is built from the slave patrol. You just gave it a different name, but the intentions, the motivations, they're still the same. We'll be talking about that, digging deeper when we come back on Keep It B Podcast, Hold the Mail edition.
Music TV.
Kendra, you're the best. Kendra Blackwood is the fucking best.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Hold the Mail. And I am your host today, TZ Von Savage, in the place to be, Sucker MCs. Self-hug, self-love, that's a beatbox and a b-boy stance. You may have thought that was corny, but what's even more corny is when you let your baby, they little baby hand, get their hand forced into the toilet with boo-boo in it and grab the teacher's cell phone that the teacher dropped into the toilet. No, that's corny, and you didn't do nothing about it. That's corny. And that's a true story. If you go check out some older episodes, you will hear about stories like that and many more. But let's get into this hot garbage. We got this corrections officer who was helping white supremacist inmates beat up black people. And this is what I'm going back to, we've been trying to tell y'all this, the whole system. That's why you have to get rid of, abolish the slave patrol. That's the police department. You got to call it something else. The whole correctional officer, that whole, I don't want to say law and order, but that whole law authority thing. You should have law. You should have order. That's backed by justice, though. See, and that's the problem here. That the correction officer who's supposed to be helping, who's supposed to be upholding this authority, this law and order, is actually working with the white supremacist. Thus, one could believe that the whole system is helping white supremacists. So if you're helping white supremacists, then that means that you believe in furthering white supremacy. On the screen, if y'all see, we got these are a couple of the different busters. One's a like supervisor, one's the Matthew Ware character. Somebody got sentenced federally for civil rights violations. There's the corrections for this facility in the top corner and the lower corner. That's the detention center, all in this Kay County where this buster worked at. We got some bullet points. A former corrections officer in Oklahoma was found guilty of aiding white supremacist attacks. See, he was in on it. So you see, the system is in on the attacks against black people. Matthew Ware commanded lower ranking officers to move two black detainees to a cell row with white supremacist inmates, the Justice Department said. He also commanded officers, not lower ranking officers this time. These are higher ranking officers. I'm just saying, since you made the distinction in saying he commanded lower ranking officers, you also make it a point to mention in bullets, he also commanded officers to unlock the cell doors. So are these officers he commanded higher ranking? Meaning the whole system, higher and lower ranking officers were involved in this system of white supremacy, resulting in injury to black detainees. A federal jury in Oklahoma found a former corrections officer guilty on Friday of facilitating white supremacist attacks on incarcerated black people. We got to say incarcerated, but see how I said black people? They try to say detainees, anything to make them not black people. So, oh, they're incarcerated. Let's make sure we say they're incarcerated. Well, why you ain't saying incarcerated white supremacist attacks? I'm just saying, since you're being so specific. Matthew Ware again, a former supervisor, corrections officer at the Kay County Detention Center, violated the civil rights of 3 pretrial detainees. Hold on, incarceration. Incarceration. That sounds like prison, like sentenced, guilty. So these aren't even people who are guilty yet. You haven't even been found guilty, but you had to say incarcerated. Why didn't you say not guilty black people yet? But you'll say pretrial. We don't want to say not guilty. Why not just say white supremacist attacked black people? That's it. Just say it like it is. That's what happened, and just say it. According to the release, Ware willfully deprived them of their right to be free from a corrections officer's deliberate indifference to substantial risk of serious harm and use of excessive force, a jury found. I am stuffed from all of that word salad. No, he couldn't have just been found guilty of attacking black people, and it is a hate crime. Plus, he abused his authority. In 2017, Ware commanded here we go with the lower level. Okay. He commanded lower ranking officers to move two black detainees. The two black detainees. No, in 2017, Ware commanded many officers to move two black people to a cell row that had white supremacist inmates ready to attack. That's all you had to say. These inmates, it goes on to say, these inmates posed a danger to the detainees, D'Angelo Wilson and Marcus Miller. You stay up, brothers. Y'all need to get you some dollars. Go ahead and sue now. You got to get you some dollars. You need to sue the whole county, the detention center. These were employees that allowed this to happen, this white supremacist to run rampant because they're part of the system. White supremacy is part of the system. They just told y'all that. I'm not saying that. I'm agreeing with what they saying. I agree with that. Y'all 100% right that white supremacy is embedded in the corrections, period. Boom. Said it. all in the system. Bang. Yes, that's right. You heard it right out of the horse's mouth, right out of the mayo jar itself. It goes on to say later that day, Ware uh, ordered the officers to unlock the doors to both the jail cells of the detainees and of the white supremacist inmates. See how they not calling them inmates? Right, so how they incarcerated, P? They not inmates. But you had this incarcerated. They not inmates. Gotta say detainees, though, just to make them sound guilty. I thought you was innocent. Just regular innocent until proven guilty. So I thought that meant all the way up until then, you was good. Like, nah, he didn't do it. Until we find out, we gotta say he didn't do it. Oh, you have to be PC for that. Oh, okay. Okay, that's right. When Ware's orders were followed, the white supremacist inmates attacked. So these was his order. He gave the order. He gave the order. Ding! Order up. He gave the order, y'all. He gave the order. When Ware's orders were followed, the white supremacist inmates attacked Wilson and Miller, resulting in physical injury to both, including face lacerations to Wilson that required 7 stitches to close. Had to give us the Negro trauma porn. Had to throw it in there. They tried to slide it. They slid it right in there. Like, boom, take that. Take a little of that. Bam, take a little bit. And then this Buster, see, this is ongoing. I mean, this is in the system. You see, this whole corrections system needs to be shut down. They just told you it's corrupted in 2018. So after that, nothing happened, and then here's some more goes. Ware directed a single lower-ranking officer to restrain Christopher Davis, another pretrial detainee. We gotta say that again. We gotta say that. But you didn't hit him with incarcerated though. Is he no black? Is he no black? Because you haven't said nothing. You is he no black? Davis was placed in a stretched out position in which his left wrist was restrained to the far left of the bench and his right to the far right side, said the release. Davis remained in that position for 90 minutes and sustained physical injuries as a result. You kind of went light on that. You kind of went, huh. The restraining act is believed to have been in retaliation for Davis criticizing the way Ware ran the center. So y'all ain't say he was black. Is he Mexicano? Or is he Mayo that was off code? Huh? He was off code? The high-ranking corrections official had a, oh, he's high. He's okay. That's why you're saying, you okay. I see what's going on. And then when you're not saying lower ranking, then that means there was other high people in the system. So that could have been, them could have been wardens involved then too. It continues to had a duty to ensure that the civil rights of pretrial detainees in his custody were not violated. Kristen Clark, Attorney General, blah, 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 the Civil Rights Division. Oh my gosh. She continued. The defendant abused his power and authority by ordering subordinate correction officers to violate the constitutional rights of several pretrial detainees. The Civil Rights Division will continue to hold correction officials accountable when they violate the civil rights of detainees and inmates. Ware will be sentenced in July. He faces a max of 10 years. That's it. These are just the times he's caught. We know that this whole system has been rotten the whole time, and it still is right now. He has a possible fine up to $250. They always want to know what it's up to. And 3 years of supervised release. See that? That's what's for sure. That's the only thing for sure. 3 years of supervised release. See that? 3 years. So that's already some little parole already. They letting you know we setting you up for the parole. So he gonna get like a year and a day. That's it. You was a good race soldier, but you got sloppy there, boy. You started showing your sheets there, boy. You got sloppy, and you did too, bud, up there. You got sloppy too. So now we gotta give you a little slappity slap on the hand. Just hey, we sending you to training basically. You was already in there. Now you gotta go on the other side so you can get that real training because you got sloppy there, boy. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on cold there, boy. And I'm gonna leave you with 4 words. I would say, what have y'all learned today, kids? But you see, it's in the system. Hello, McFlizzle. But 4 words I'm going to leave you with: love, peace, and this one, blessings, and aloha. Shout out Kendra, the whole black team, and shout out Jay Lava. We ain't trying to tell you what to think. We're trying to show you how to think. Also, if y'all could do us a favor and help declare anti-black racism a public health crisis. Also, I can't let y'all go without mentioning it. Y'all see that, man? That's a real quote, man. And we got that on the shirt for you, man. You see that right there? You see that? Cut the check in the money green. Come on now. You see that? Okay. I ain't gonna hold you like I told you. But you see that right there, too. You can get that right there. I ain't even playing with you. Look what I'm trying. Oh, you didn't think we had. Take that, P. And you know what else to take, though? Love y'all, but take these commercials. Take that.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went on today. I told you motherfucker I ain't got your money yet, man. What the fuck you mean you ain't got the money yet? Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit.
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like midnight. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain. He been hula hooping through loopholes. Gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trip.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Russian cream, leaves, Keith, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back, back, back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back, back, back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back, back, back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music 2.